Super Fast Thomas power!
This video is all about how to make a Super Fast Trackmaster 2 Thomas the Tank. It's not a hard mod to do, but you're going to need your parents' help with some of the processes. Let's do it. Here he comes, he's coming in hard, he's coming in fast, will he be able to jump in and make it a minute? He did it! Trackmaster 2 Thomas the Tank, mint in box. People tell me this is a pretty fast engine. Well, I've already proved on my channel I've got one which is faster than this. Let's make this Thomas go fast. Well, I'll probably use one of those. It's called a soldering iron. Its partner in crime is solder. I'm pretty sure one of these is going to help, and with that I will also use one of those. Ooh, unboxing time. There'll probably be a few other little tools along the way, but we'll see them as the video progresses. I just wanted Super Fast Thomas, and I think, going back on YouTube, it was a YouTuber Kahoi5, I think, showed a pretty good rocket-powered engine, forgotten which name, a long time ago. There's Thomas, and here he comes. He's out. Okay, my plan of attack is pretty simple here. I'm going to try and get the 9-volt battery into this wagon at the back here. It would be simpler if it was an open wagon, but I'm going to try and suffice with this one here. If I rip this off here, I've got a funny feeling the connections we need to make are up the front here. Okay, Trackmaster 2, initially I just thought we could connect the 9-volt battery up to the front here, but there's our problem. Okay, we do that, but we don't have any on and off control. We'll have to work out a different way to connect up our battery. It might be worthwhile just throwing in the normal batteries to understand the circuit on this little toy, and we might open this up to see what's going on inside. There's 3 screws that hold this together. They're sort of those weird security screws. You can dodge it with another type of screwdriver, but I like to use the right screwdriver for the right job. Okay, let's inspect what's going on here. Ooh, okay. Wow, that's really simple. There's no wiring in this. It's just all like smash connections there. That's actually very clever toy design. This is the first time I've opened up one of these toys. Notice there's no wiring. It's all just crash connections, as I'll call it. Just keep it simple, stupid. Nothing wrong with that. Let's take a look at the switch area here. And it's hidden under here. Oh yeah, again. Wow, really simple. You can see where the battery connections come down there, smash onto the plates there, and the lever there activates this here to make a connection or fill in the circuit to give you power. Wow, that's really nice, and to give me a bit of an understanding of the role that batteries play in this circuit. Well, I'll tell you what, it'd be a very, very simple toy to troubleshoot if ever there's a problem, because basically there's nothing in there going on. If I hold this together tight, hopefully we'll get this thing running. Yeah. I think those screws play a really important part, because as soon as it relaxes, it stops. And that's all because of the way that the circuit has been held together in this. There's no wiring. There's just basically bits of metal which are forced onto each other. I'm actually quite impressed with that. Well, let me screw this back together, and I actually have a strategy to get a nice little circuit going so a 9-volt battery works. Probably the best way to look at this circuit is you can basically think of the batteries as basically the wiring in this circuit. This is basically the motor end here. The motor connections go direct to the motor on this side. Up this end here, it's very simple. It's just a break in the circuit, and when you pull that lever there, it connects the circuit. I've seen other YouTubers talk about connecting up batteries to this, but they lose control of this lever here. They have no on and off. I want to try and keep the on and off function available. That's really important. So my strategy is I'm going to solder in a wire here. Okay, make this connection solid here. And on this side here, I think this is where I'm going to solder in the connections of my 9-volt battery. And I think that's going to be a winner for us. Before I commit to soldering this up, let's just check if the circuit works. I've got a solid wire here, which is fulfilling the part of what used to be a battery there, but my battery power is coming in on this side, and I will solder in there. But let's see if it works, and has a switch, and it does. It's a goer! Yay! So we'll have to make sure we'll connect the negative end to negative and positive to positive so we get our direction correct when we turn it on. And I'm also going to have to bring the wires down the side here, not foul the wheels and come out the back of Thomas. I'll have to put a hole somewhere in the back here. And the hole will have to be put on the outer shell, but if I get an idea where the cable is and then introduce our outer shell, we get some sort of idea where I've got to make a hole. Now what I'm going to do is, by using a pencil as a bit of a depth gauge, okay, I don't want to go any further down on Thomas. I'll use my finger here as something to stop the pencil from going down any further. I will translate that across to the back here, and I need a hole roughly in that spot there. To make it easier to hold while I'm drilling, I'm going to do something pretty simple here. Get a baby lump of blue tack that holds posters on walls, but it holds all sorts of things for me. Stick it down like that, and I'm going to come in and drill a hole. Okay, I'm going to come in and drill a small pilot hole first, very gently to start with. And away we go. Okay, we are through. And now I've got a bigger drill bit, and I'm going to finish off that hole, again starting off slowly, and we're going to drill all the way through. Okay, so there is the hole that we've drilled. It has just come through on the other side there, skirting through the red. The next thing I'm going to do is push through the wires that I'll be making the connection to on one side of the battery terminals inside this Thomas here. That's very important to have that through there. Now we're ready to make connections onto this part here. Well, this little custom cut wire, it's got a very simple job. I'm going to come in and solder it in there as if it was a battery in the circuit. And before I solder things up, I like to tin the wire first. That really helps in making a connection. It's a matter of just putting a bit of solder onto the hot wire there. Don't get it too hot, that's a secret. And don't forget to do the other side as well. Okay. Then it's a case of soldering in that piece of wire there. Hopefully a little bit of heat there should get that to stick, because I've already put solder on the wire. And it's also another case of don't get it too hot or you'll start melting everything. Come in and solder up the other end. Again, don't get it too hot or you'll start melting everything up. Well, I'm having some trouble getting this to stick on to this end here, so I'll hit it with a file and that will probably help us get a nice connection. So I'll come in for a take two. It's important to see that things don't go right, I feel. I mean, I'm always having little stuff ups and failures, and boy do I learn from them, I tell you. Let me just make sure that bridge in there works and I've got it connected properly and the switch still works. Yep. It's a goer. Now before I make these connections, don't forget to feed through that hole again, because once we've done this mod, we don't have to get back into the battery compartment because the battery's in another carriage. And hopefully I can come along and start the solder those on there. I've already tinned these wires and slap the lid back on and tidy up the wiring somehow so it doesn't foul this wheel. And making my last solder joints, making sure always that you got the polarity right, negative end. And positive to positive. Oops, a bit too much solder there, but hey, it's going to stick. And I think with the positive end, it's very wise to give it a scratch up. These don't tend to take solder very well. And there's my little bit of advice to you in this video. Okay, I've done all my soldering. It's probably wise to check the circuit now. Yes, it works and the switch works as well. And the next thing to do is to tidy up the wiring, making sure it doesn't foul the wheel. And I think I'm going to put a bit of hot melt glue in there. Something like in there, and then hopefully it should all just suck back together. I hope. I'm going to use hot melt glue. You could probably use Arrow dye. It's one of those things, probably less is more. Mind you, as soon as I say that, I'm going to overdo it, aren't I? And you got to be quick here, and I come in and hold this down with my fingers and get horribly burnt and just let that cool off. Now I'm actually thinking about this. Maybe I should have put a bit of a file nick in here for that cable to fall into, to like marry up with that hole in the back there. Oh, well, I'll soon see where I've gone wrong when I try to put it together. Okay, the hot melt glue is dried there. It started to change colour. I will come in and do more gluing once I work out if this thing is going to close up on me. Let's hope I've pulled this off. Oh yeah, no problem at all. Look at that. Very nice. Okay, I'll come in and do some extra gluing because I know there's going to be some yanking on that cable there, and I don't want this to be pulling at the terminals here. Okay, I've moved the cables into where the battery would be, and I'm going to come in. I'm going to be quite liberal here with the hot melt glue. Oh yeah, here we go. More is more on this one. You don't have to be quite as careful as before, and that's probably enough. With a nice spider web as well. Okay, the hot melt glue has dried. I've actually had to come in and re-solder this joint here. I had to use some flux. Whatever those battery connections are made of, they're coated with something which makes them a nightmare to solder. I could probably come in with hot melt glue and cover that up, but I just want to make sure the solder joints are actually easy to get back to if I need to come and repair them. But I want to make sure that electrically this is all fine and dandy, because really once I seal Thomas back up again, there should be no need to ever come back in here again. Yes, I re-triggered the switch as well, so it's much more sensitive and it's a much more positive on. I didn't include that in this video, but I might show it in another video, because I think when these go wrong, I think the electrical problem is up in the switch area here. But we'll talk about that in another video. And you can see how sensitive this is. It takes the tiniest push forward to get power on, so when it's actually on, I'm getting a nice positive connection there. Okay, I think I can get Thomas's cover back on, and hopefully we won't have to pull it back off again. It's just a matter of mangling it in the right way and getting that back tab feeding through. Okay, it's on, and a matter of screwing it up. Well, I'm a curious chap. I want to just see what Thomas goes like by dragging his 9-volt battery around. Okay, there he goes. That is super fast. Super crazy as well. I suppose a poor man's solution would be to come along and add that in. Let's do that. Well, like magic, I made a connection there. Let's get this onto the tracks. We can just land the battery in there for a bit of blue tack. Okay, here we go. Goes. Oh my crikey, Charlie, that thing is seriously fast. And if I try and get a tracking shot of it, and I'm going to have to be really fast here to try and catch up with it, I'll let it catch up to me. Oh my goodness me, look at that. I mean, I'm really spinning that turntable fast. Go, Thomas, go. It looks completely awesome going at that super hyper speed. Look at him go. Woo! I mean, that is just crazy. And if I slow that turntable up, whoa, they can see the raw speed of that Thomas the Tank. Oh, and he's just had an epic fail. It's too much for him. Well, I'll come in and get Thomas. I don't want to get caught up in the wheels there. I'll tell you who's going to love this. When my son sees this, he's going to go crazy. But what I'd like to do is possibly do something a bit better than that. And I will reach over and try and hide the battery inside there. I don't know. I just think it looked more fun doing it like that. So, okay, I'm going to probably stupidly try and hide the battery in here. What have we learnt in this video so far? Well, Leo's pretty bad at soldering. That's one thing we learned. Number two is sometimes on the center circuit you need to pull things apart. Number three is it's sort of nice to have these little security screwdrivers to get these screws out of. It becomes quite difficult. And apart it comes. Okay, I've never seen inside one of these before. Going to probably be shock and horror. Well, I don't like what I see. There's not much to this at all. Obviously, there's the wheels and axles there. But what's holding the wheels down is all this plastic in here. And for the fact that it's filled up with plastic, well, where am I going to put my battery? I think we'll cut our losses. We won't even play with that. We'll come back to using that as a battery wagon. Okay, we're blowing this away as a stupid idea, Leo. Let's look at the other options. Of course, there is that wagon there. These Trackmaster 2 wagons came with little covered loads and things, didn't they? Maybe I can find something that's going to cover the battery nicely. Or maybe I'm not. There's other sort of wagon here. I mean, I've got options galore here. Don't limit yourself, boys and girls, whenever you're trying to solve a problem here. It helps that it's the right way around as well, because of the way that it couples together. Could I use that one with this sort of covering? No, but there was this one here, which might be the perfect solution, actually. Although it's green, I don't quite like green. Maybe I'd like to get something brighter. But I think the battery can go in there. Okay, and then you can do like a covered load. I hope that covers it. Hey, yeah! That's looking like possibly a little solution for me. I'm just trying some other options here. Maybe I could use the low one with this cover. What do you think about that? It's like a fashion thing, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe it works better with something like that and a cover. Although I was hoping for something to be like a bright colour. Maybe I'll go and look for some more wagons. Well, I just started inside and my thumb was playing with some Trackmaster trains inside. I think that's a better colour because it's a nice bright colour in contrast with Thomas there. We can still do a covered load. And what I might do is come and put a cable tie here. So when it's all coupled together, we're not getting any major cable drag if it becomes uncoupled, because I want this to be a fairly good union together. What I will do in this wagon is make a little nick here with a file for somewhere for the cable to basically lay in. It doesn't have to be too big a hole, just somewhere for the cable so it doesn't skimp around on me. Okay, there's the nick for that cable, and that's why it's there, so the cable's got somewhere to go when the cover's on. All I'm going to do to hold the battery down is this, put a bit of blue tack, because we want this to be reloadable in a sense and easy to reload, but we don't want the battery flying out if this goes for a tumble, and that's going to hold in there. But also, underneath the cover, I've put blue tack in the corners so it doesn't fly off if we have a tumble. Okay, we're almost done. I'm going to do one other thing here. I'm going to put a cable tie down in here on that coupling there because I'm worried about it being a pull point. I'm going to put a 100mm cable tie. It's about the length of my hand. It's the smallest little ones you can buy, and I'm going to string it in down there. Wow, it's been like a bit of a old classic leokimvideo, this one, isn't it? When we go in and do stuff like this, it's been a long time since we've had a bit of a play like this. This mod isn't too difficult. I don't know how long the motor's going to last on that 9 volts. That's why I don't want to be too fancy, and I don't want to try and do the more difficult mod of trying to slap a 9 volt battery inside the Thomas, which I think would be very difficult to do. I think that cable ties on. I'll just give it a snip there. And a snip looks something like this. Let's just do an uncoupling test. There's the wire, it's been cable tied on. If it doesn't couple, then it's just dragging around that wire there. Don't forget we've got all that hot melt glue in there and extra stuff in there to stop it from pulling. We've also got a lot of blue tack up here, so we're not going to get any pull on this side. I think that might be a-okay. My son's got a little railway set up inside. Let's give him a surprise. Oh, quite an unusual shaped track there. It's all Trackmaster 2. Oh, hello, I've got something for you. Be careful. It's a fast one. Okay, any moment now we're about to see something spectacular. And, whoa, here goes Super Fast Thomas. He's just failed in the corner. He can't take corners, it's only good for straights. My son will sort it out. You watch us get it back on the straight. Okay, go. Super Fast Thomas, go. Well, it's another epic fail. And we're going to try out this part of the play set on that Devil Dare Run thing, whatever. Doesn't work on that either. I've created a monster. Go, Thomas, go. Do something for me. This thing built for speed is only good for straights. Look at it go. Woo! And it crashes. Well, I'll come in and I'll send it back to my son down the straight. Although it's all uncoupled there. Maybe that's half the problem. Okay, off we go. Whoa, go, Thomas, go. Whoa, see the Hot Wheels jump. Oh, it's still going up there. Oh, it's just crashed.
Dad, I have a good idea.
You're going to show me a good idea? Let's do it.
Thomas's children.
Thomas's children?
Yeah.
What is that? Hey, why don't we do this? A bit of a smackdown. I got Spencer ready to go. If I get Spencer going here. Oh, Spencer! Here he comes. Oh, here comes Thomas. What? I can't believe that. What's going on there? Spencer can push the ultimate fast Thomas along. Oh, it's been given the shove. And Spencer is just going along there, and while we're looking at Spencer, will he be able to make it up this part of the playset and spin around? Oh, go Spencer, go! Well, I'm going to try and smack out Spencer again. Go, Super Fast Thomas, go! Oh! Who's going to win this battle here? I cannot believe that. Spencer is pushing Super Fast Thomas along there. Why? Why is it doing that? You would have thought that the Super Fast Thomas would give Spencer a smack out. Come on. Oh no, the children are getting involved. What are the children doing? They're helping. Oh, I see. The children are helping Super Fast Thomas. Well, looking very angry there. Spencer's starting to get... Oh, they've just crashed. My son's gone to recover Spencer. I think I can set up some sort of crude jump using this transformer here and get Super Fast Thomas to do a jump on the track.
Dad?
Yep.
Do you know Thomas is going to jump over Bumblebee?
Well, can you show me how?
Well, I took away the track.
Yes.
And he needs to jump over and land on that piece of track.
It's going to be like Evel Knievel Thomas the Tank, isn't it?
Yep.
You don't know who Evel Knievel is, do you?
Nope.
I do.
Nope.
Okay, we've got the children in the background there. We've got Bumblebee the jump, and Thomas is ready to go. Go, Thomas, go. Will he do it? Whoa. Epic fail. He couldn't do it. Let me make that a bit less of a challenge because I think Thomas could do a minor jump going at that speed. Okay, well I've installed a piece of track here again. I've got rid of Bumblebee because he was doing nothing but trouble. And all Thomas has to do is jump here and come and land back on his own tracks. Making sure the children are in the right spot and not playing up. Go Thomas, go! Whoa! Whoa! He almost did it. Let's see that again. And I'll send him back to my son like this. Go! Woo! Let him go. Come on, Thomas, you can do it. You can do it. He's gonna jump. Yeah, he's done it! I can't believe it, but he's crashed on the corner. Well done, Thomas. Well, my son's just put a sandwich of Transformers there as a jump. It looks quite awesome, doesn't it? I'll send Thomas back to him. Here he comes. Watch out. Woo! Go, Thomas, go! Whoa! That was just too much for him. He couldn't handle it. Go, Thomas, go! Can he do this big jump? Whoa! He's almost done it! I can't believe it! That was almost successful! Oh, better save those wheels there. My son's got another idea for Thomas torture. Looks like we're getting a total reconfiguration of the stunt track here. Gonna make looks like a long straight. Transformers! Train ramps in disguise. And for a bit of extra fun, let's see if he can jump my beautiful glow-in-the-dark diesel 10 that my son's been playing with. And this is a landing track right here. Well, Thomas is just getting put on the track up there, but just wait till we get the starting flag. There's the ramp there, there's our glow-in-the-dark diesel. I hope I didn't say diesel 10 before. And there is a tiny little landing area there that Thomas has got to hit. The children are standing by to watch this stunt. Okay, go Thomas, go. Here he comes. He's coming at high speed. He's coming extremely fast. And he's... Oh my goodness! He didn't make it, but he's on the ground here, and I'll send him back for another attempt. Go Thomas, go! Trying to get under the ramp there. Okay, we've reset the landing area. The track has been brought up a little bit closer to the ramp. The ramp's at the same height, and Thomas is all the way down there, and here he comes already without even being called. Here he comes, he's going super fast! Oh my goodness me, he's crashed and burned. Oh, this is addictive sort of fun. Let's give it one more spin of my thunder right here. Take him away. There's been some adjustments made to the ramp here. The landing area looks the same to me. Go, Thomas, go. Here he comes. He's coming in hard. He's coming in fast. Will he be able to jump in and make it? He did it! I can't believe it. He actually landed on the track, but he's rolled to his side. Well done, Thomas. You're a complete and utter hero.
Dad, let's do one more.
What's it called?
The ultimate jump.
Oh my goodness me. What? Over a black tub? That's impossible. That track is sticking right up the air. If Thomas does make it over, he's going to crash into those Transformers and glow-in-the-dark diesel. Go, Thomas, go! Here he comes. He's coming in super fast. Will he be able to jump in and make it over the top? Uh-oh. What's going on down there? He's sort of failed. And he's being cheated across. Somehow he's going to do it and he's going to crash and burn. Well, sure that Thomas is super fast, but that safety feature that sort of stops you getting caught up in the wheels still comes into play, even though we're going really fast. I think I better leave some more stunt action for another video. This video has dragged on far too long. Out of strange curiosity, my son has set up this very dangerous pass over the black tub. Well, that's made it through. I'm wondering, will this be able to make it through as well? Go, Thomas, go. Oh, what is going on there? Probably because of the weight of the battery, he just can't do it. So, the extra power from the battery is also a hindrance as well. Go! Woo! Oh, he's taken off.
Oh no!
He's gone behind the furniture. Well, here comes glow-in-the-dark diesel with a wagon there. Will it make it over? Oh, it has done. Quite miraculous. Oh, and just as a double treat. Wow, what an incline. And he's going to go over the top and he's headed back the other way. So hopefully we had fun in making this Thomas. It's probably very nice for going fast on straight pieces of track and not much else. It's hopefully a nice, easy mod. But most of all, it's going to make my son quite happy. Do you like that one there?
Yeah, I'm keeping it.
You're keeping it. I thought you'd keep it. And you're going to look after him?
Yep.
Okay, can you let Daddy make some more videos? I'd like to capture this in slow motion, doing some stunts down in the workshop.
Well, could you like make more fast ones?
More fast ones?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we've got to finish this video off here. It's gone way past my 2-minute attention span data time. Do you know what we say at the end of our videos?
Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
And we don't do tongues anymore, do we?
Yeah, we do.
Oh! Okay, bye. Now, I know many people are going to ask, and I'll try and squeeze it onto this video. They know about my beautiful metallic blue, very, very fast, super fast Thomas from an earlier era. One of my favourites. Let's set this off and just see how fast the Trackmaster 2 Super Fast Thomas I made is versus the already fast classic Tommy one. Okay, wait for Thomas to come around and I'll set off Super Fast Thomas now. Go! Whoa! And you can start to see just how sprightly that Trackmaster 2 9-volt. Oh, he's just crashed! He just crashed. He couldn't handle the stardom. He couldn't handle the stardom! I got my 9-volt battery here, which is being a battery and fulfilling this part of the circuit. Put the green cover on. Isn't that the old saying, red and green should never be seen unless there's something in between? I suppose there's a battery in between, isn't there? Go, Super Fast Thomas, go! Whoa, come on, what is wrong with that thing? Go, 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 go! Go, 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 go,